Sri Lanka, the beautiful island nation filled with tranquil beaches and breathtaking scenery, was known for centuries as the Pearl of the Indian Ocean. In December 2004, a powerful tsunami devastated the beautiful island. Over 200,000 people lost their lives. Countless thousands were displaced. Many homes and livelihoods were destroyed. A civil war plagued the island since the early 1980s. The island, that was once a prime destination for early colonizers because of its vast resources and fertile lands, was now reduced to a wasteland in many areas. And today, after nearly 3 ravaging decades of gruesome civil war, Sri Lanka lies in ruin. Now that the war has ended, things may have seemed to have returned to normal. True, there are no actual sights or sounds of war anymore. However, the cruel effects of war still linger on. So many tragic stories, so many broken lives, and so much heartache everywhere. Thousands of orphans, widows, and people with no hope. The gunshots may have ceased, and people need not run into bunkers to take cover from heavy artillery shelling, but in their hearts, the repercussions of the war are still very painful. The wounds inflicted by weapons and strife will soon heal, but the agony it caused in the hearts of the people will not fade away that easily. The war has taken much more than the hundreds of thousands of innocent lives that were lost. The war has robbed people of their families, their homes, their livelihoods, and their very sense of purpose and direction in life. However, far more debilitating than the loss of material possessions or lives is the loss of their self-worth, their self-esteem, and the morale of the people has been crushed. Living in IDP camps and resettled communities, today the countless thousands who survived the war are in a seemingly worse shape than those who perished. They are alive, yet without a purpose in life. They awake each morning with the sunrise, but are still imprisoned in the dark night of their futile lives. In the midst of such dire conditions, their minds scream out one question: is there a way for me to live again? International Miracle Mission is a reputable and well-established charity registered with the Government of Canada in operation for the past 20 years. New Beginnings is the compassionate arm of the International Miracle Mission that currently operates in Sri Lanka. Our vision is to ultimately see the land of Sri Lanka rebuilt and restored through the work done by New Beginnings. In order to see this transformation take place, we believe that the people's lives need to be rebuilt first. Therefore, our vision is to see the confidence and self-worth of the people reinstated. To see people who have been devastated by the war be revitalized and given a sense of purpose and direction in their lives. There is a famous saying, "Give a man a fish, and he will eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, and he will eat for a lifetime." This statement summarizes the purpose with which all our work in Sri Lanka is done. Even though we may provide people with material and financial assistance from time to time, ultimately, our vision is to restore people's livelihoods. In order to achieve this, we will set up vocational schools and training centers across the nation where people will be trained with work-related skills. When people are given such skills, a new way is opened up in their lives. Their future is bright, and a new hope is restored in them. They will then be able to go out and use these skills to work and sustain themselves and their families for a lifetime. Current project. Currently, we are operating and funding New Beginnings Vocational Training Center in Kallapadu, Mullaitivu, in the northern province, where widowed and orphaned women are being trained in sewing and garment making skills. These women that come to our center are enrolled in a training program that runs for a period of 1 year. Upon completion, each student receives a certificate and their own sewing machine, which they can use to start their own business in the future.
உடைமைகள் மட்டுமல்லாது இப்போது எந்த வீட்டில் போய் பார்த்தாலும் ஏதோ ஒரு பாதிப்புக்குள்ளான நிலை அந்த வீட்டிலே இருக்கும் என்ற வகையிலே மிகவும் கஷ்டமான சூழ்நிலையில் இந்த தொழில்கள் கூட ஒழுங்காக நாங்கள் செய்ய முடியாத நிலைமை. அந்த தொழில் உபகரணங்களை வாங்குவதற்கு போதிய நிதிகள் இல்லாத நிலைமை. அரசாங்கத்தால் சில உதவிகள் செய்யப்பட்டிருந்தது. இருந்தும் அதை வைத்துக் கொண்டு எல்லோரும் அதை பயன்படுத்த முடியாத நிலைமை இருக்கின்றது. அப்ப இப்படியான நிலையிலே இந்த ஞானசேகரம் ஐயா அவர்கள் இந்த உதவியோடு இந்த கொழும்பில் இருக்கிற இந்த பெரியார்கள் மற்றது இதோட சேர்ந்து இந்த சபையில உள்ளவர்கள் எல்லாருமா சேர்ந்து இப்ப இந்த பிள்ளை வந்து உரையாற்றிய மனதை தொடக்கூடிய வகையில இருந்தது என்னென்றால், நாங்கள் உண்மையிலேயே கஷ்டத்துல இருக்கிறோம். குழந்தை பிள்ளைய கூட விட்டு போக முடியாத நிலைமையில இருக்க இப்படியாக தெரிவு செய்து ஒரு 8 பேருக்காவது இந்த உதவியை செய்ய இந்த சபை வந்தவர்களுக்கு எங்களுடைய கிராம மக்களின் சார்பாக நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன்.
Future project. In the Kallapadu area of Mullaitivu, there are currently no schools, and therefore children need to travel to nearby areas to continue their education. The poor families that live in these areas are unable to afford this added strain and cost, and therefore don't send their children to school. A new education project is aimed at helping underprivileged children receive their basic necessities and education. We will provide them with books, clothes, stationery, and basic travel expenses. A tutor will be hired to tutor them daily during after-school hours. At its initial phase, 25 children will be helped through this project. As funding for this project increases, the number of children helped will also increase.
ஒரே ஒரு நம்பிக்கை மனதில் எல்லாருக்கும் இருக்கு என்னென்றால் தங்களோட பிள்ளைகளை படிப்பிக்கணும் என்ற ஒரு நம்பிக்கை முழு பேக மனதிலேயும் இருக்கு. படிப்பிக்கணும். இப்ப அதுதான் நாங்கள் இனி இப்ப செய்ய வேண்டிய ஒரு வேலையை எடுத்துக்கொள்ளுங்க சார். நிச்சயமாக இந்த பகுதிகள் நான் சொல்ற தனியா கள்ளப்பாடு மட்டுமல்ல, இந்த பகுதிகள் நான் சொல்ற கொக்குளாவில் இருந்து இந்த நீளத்துக்கு நீங்க பாருங்க. சுண்டுக்குளம் வரையான பிரதேசம் இது முல்லைத்தீவு மாவட்டத்துக்கு உட்பட்ட பிரதேசம். இந்த பிரதேசத்துல உள்ள பெரியாக்கு இந்த பிள்ளையாண்ட கல்விக்கு நீங்கள் ஏதாவது வகையில உதவணும் என்று கேட்டு இந்த உரையை முடித்துக் கொள்கிறேன்.
Will you play your part in rebuilding Sri Lanka? Will you be a voice of hope in the hopelessness that the people face? Will you answer them in their grief and agony and say there is a way? And help them out in their darkness and light up their future? If so, please partner with us and help them.